Hey, thank you so much. And first of all, I want to thank Andrew Burling for that vision stretching. And of course, Michael Rentz, most excellent. You are leading from the front as leaders do. We're proud of you. And we want to follow, obviously, in what you're doing. And I appreciate the simplicity of the message that you bring. It's powerful. It works. And action is the key. But I want to train as quick as I can today. I'm aware of time. So I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to give you a lot of information. Write down anything that may stand out to you. This is being recorded, so you'll have an opportunity to listen to it again. And I would encourage you to listen to it again because different things will stand out to you as you hear it over and over. And what I'm going to teach on is what we refer to as the getting started interview. And when you bring somebody into the business, all new people coming into the business need to be exposed to this because it lays down the foundation really of this business to them. And it's very, very important. And of course, this business is a business of recruiting and building. That's the main thing. That's keeping the main thing the main thing. This is a business of recruiting and building, not just recruiting. Though recruiting is a trigger, it's a catalyst. It's so important, but it's adding the building to it. As Coach said a minute ago, we're building people. That's what we're building. We're building a structure of people that are following a simple system and going on and getting their dreams without a doubt. And I want you to understand this too, that this business is not a business of luck or chance. There's a science to recruiting and building that, if learned and applied, will definitely increase your success. So let's get started. And I want to give you see it in front of you, the getting started guide. And of course, you want to participate. You want to own this for yourself, and then you want to articulate it and transmit it to others. But there's three key objectives or targets of these 8 points I'm going to cover. And what are they? Number one, when you bring this to a person, any person you bring into the business, you get that new member, that new partner, that new ISR off to a fast, right, and successful start. That's the first objective, is to get each new member off to a fast, a right, that means correct, and a successful start. Number two, you get a team built around the new partner. That's critical. We live in a world of network marketing where, people have been taught to just throw mud against the wall. And, hey, you throw mud against the wall, something's going to stick. I get it. But you know what? You're going to lose a lot of human resource if you just throw mud against the wall. So when you bring someone into business, you want to get a team built around them. That's what you're doing. There's a great saying. It goes like this: people fly or die in the first 72 hours. So there's a need of urgency when you bring a new person to get them getting the results. Listen, nothing excites a person in terms of team building when they start getting people, right? That's exciting. That's powerful. When you look at Michael Rentz is extremely excited. He's got a great team going on, right? And you can too. And the third objective is to have the new person. This is an objective of this getting started interview, to get the new person to platinum level within the first 30 days or less. And of course, that's you bringing in 12 members, ISRs, whatever you want to call them, partners, or even customers. They count. They have that, so it counts in your numbers in terms of going out and becoming a platinum. So that's what you want to do. So let's get right on to the getting started guide here. And these are 8 key points. The first is this: have a big dream and a big win. Of course, you heard Andrew say, that he was sharing with us and stretching our vision today, so we could have a big dream, have a big why. And I was taught many years ago by my first mentor ever that it was critical that when you got involved in the business, that you decided what you wanted this business to bring you. So what I'm going to suggest to you is that success is a decision you make from the beginning, right? You decide what you want. Just decide. That's a decision. That's an action, right? You decide what I want. What do I want from this business? Now, the power of the dream is that the dream drives. If you are in the grip of a dream, of a vision, sometimes they're very closely linked, the idea of a dream and a vision, and they really are in harmony. But when you're in the grip of a dream, in the grip of a vision that is driving you, you are energized, you are empowered. You don't have, you mean the got to, excuse me, you don't have the have to. You mean I have to recruit 12 people? You mean I have to get on this conference call? I have to get on this? No, you don't have the have to. You've got the got to. I got to. And I saw that and felt that energy on Michael Rentz this morning. He's got the got to. He's got to get it done today, right? He's got to go diamond today, and he's not leaving it to chance, leaving it to luck. He's making it happen. But the dream drives. It also anchors you. You're going to face adversity in your business. I can't define what that will be because we're all individuals. We're all going to go through different things that we face, right? Maybe a lot of no's. I met a multi-million-dollar a year earner in Amway 30 years ago, and 30 plus years ago. And he has said the first 50 people he showed Amway to, they said no. And yet there he was standing in front of me, making, several $1,000,000 a year, right? Because he didn't stop at no. He kept going. And the dream does that. It anchors you, it drives you. And I believe the dream creates desire. A.O. Williams, of A.O. Williams fame, he said that desire is the great secret to winning. And the dream stokes desire. It gets desire moving in you. And also, I'll say this, and I mentioned this the other night, but when you have the dream and you have the why, right? Your why. You got to have a why that makes you cry. And when you got that why in you, all right, it's more important than the how. We're going to show you the how to in just a few minutes in this training, the how to do it, the process. But understand, you won't do the process if you don't have the why. If you don't have the dream alive in you, you're not going to do the process. It doesn't matter. And people don't understand. People want to have the knowledge. How do I do it? How do I do it? Listen, we teach the how to because it's important, but you got to have the why. You got to have the dream that drives to get you to do it. And here's the thing about the big dream. You got to own it. You got to own the dream for you, because you can't sell the dream to somebody else. And this is a dream selling business, by the way. Yeah, we sell product. We sell a silver bullet gas catalyst. That's amazing. Without a doubt, it is. But understand that the number one product we really sell, if you can get to this, is the dream. You can sell people product and they'll buy product. Doesn't mean they're going to go out and build a team. And it's the building of the team that's going to take you to where you want to go more than anything. We welcome as many customers as we can get, without a doubt, but we're looking for those handful of dream-driven leaders. And every one of you on this day, and today on this call, can decide that you're going to be a dream-driven leader. And let me tell you what drives me above all. It is the dream of dreams. It's the dream of freedom. And what's freedom? Freedom is being able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, not be controlled by money or time. Freedom, being able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, not being controlled by money or time. Money or time are the commodities that control people and keep them in a prison, without a doubt. When people don't have enough money, they don't have enough time. We have a business here that delivers both to you. So you got to have a big dream. You got to have a big why. The second point is you've got to become coachable and teachable. See, we teach a proven system. It's proven, it's predictable, and it's profitable. We're going to touch on a little bit of that in just a minute. But you've got to become coachable and teachable one more time. Okay, you got to follow proven leadership. Why? I mentioned earlier there is a science to success. And if you don't humble yourself and really just say, listen, I act as if you know nothing. I want to start from the beginning and learn to do this right. You might have been in network marketing for 20 years, right? But become coachable and teachable one more time. Get in alignment with leadership and become a student of your business. You got to become a student of this business. Just as serious as you would go to college to become a student there, or let's say you have a career, you've had a career in your life, you had to become a student of it to be successful. Become a student of this business. Most people aren't students of this business. They get in and they don't learn it. There's lots, Coach showed the book a moment ago when we first got in the call here, Go Pro by Eric Worre. Great book. It's part of becoming a student. It's required reading, by the way. Your first year in network marketing, an oldie but a goldie by Mark Yarnell. Powerful. Building an empire by Carruthers. And listen, we can go on with the books, but that's part of becoming a student here. and showing up. And we'll talk more about that. Number 3, commit to consistent daily action. That's called CDA, simple little acronym, commit to consistent daily action. You know, this business has to become a priority to you. If you work it once in a while, you're going to get once in a while results. If you work it like a little hobby, you're going to get hobby results. But if you treat it like a serious business, it's going to reward you like a serious business. You know, Tony Robbins, most of you are familiar with Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins. When I first got into network marketing years ago, of course, he was on his own momentum in those days, and I got a little tape of his, and on there, he talked about what he really thought was the sort of the linchpin for success. And he said that, you know, he had studied, observed people from all different kind of industries and walks of life that were successful, and he said they had one common denominator. And that is that they were able to get into action. They were able to take action, you know, massive action, building. Listen, you got to build to massive action, but do it. You know, you heard Michael Rentz a few minutes ago. He's talking about being in massive action. Andrew Berling, you know, in stretching the vision, is the call to more action, to get the job done. That's what leaders do. But the ability to get into action is a powerful, powerful thing. So the word consistent is a key word, right? What does consistent mean? It means every day, right? Commit to consistent daily action. Listen, once again, it's a commitment. That you'll hear me use that word commit a lot because, quite frankly, it's a lonely word in the English language. People don't like commitment. But if you are willing to make a commitment to all these things, all these 8 points, you will thrive in this business. You won't just survive, and you certainly won't fail. You will be successful. Number 4, build your prospect and contact list. Build your prospect and contact list. Now, listen, this is really, really important. And I'm going to give you a statistic that I find amazing, but it's 80% of people that join this industry of direct selling or network marketing, 80% come through people that they know. Now that's strong. Only 20% come through cold markets. Now, once again, Coach said this, I say it, we're not against the cold market. Any way you want to work your business, you work it. But understand the dynamic. If you don't appreciate the power of working what we call the warm market, right? There's the circle of influence. Those people who have influence. If you don't work that, you're not going to teach others to work that. And if 80% of the business is coming from that market and you're not teaching others to work it, you're losing a lot of business. One of my favorite sayings is this, real simple: talking to people you know is the fastest way to go. Talking to people you know is the fastest way to go. Now, listen, you may come to a time in your business where you need to start working find other rhythms, other ways of getting people. There's no problem with that. We're not against that. But I'm going to tell you an underlying truth that when you go out into the cold market, in whichever way you do to bring people, you're going out to the cold market to find someone who will take you to their warm market, because that's where the power is. That's where the speed is. And you never want to neglect the warm market. You want to build your prospect and contact list. Now, there's something within this, and by the way, I can spend an hour just talking about this, not today, but there's something that I call the now list. The now list. The now list is people that you know, love, like, and trust, and they know, love, like, and trust you. They're the ones you have the closest relationship with. Could be good friends, family, whatever. But those are the ones you want to talk to first. And I was taught by a great mentor that when you bring a new person into the business, you have a conversation with them. And of course, you want to share all these things we're sharing here, but you ask them simply, hey, listen, if your car broke down at midnight, Mike, if your car broke down at midnight, all right, who would you call? And not only at midnight, but it breaks down in Podunk, USA, right? Somewhere out in the sticks, it's broken down, right? Who would you call to come and help you? The person that you would call to come and help you is a person that would be influenced by you. And you're going to have the greatest influence and power in talking to them about this business. So, and of course, if they say, well, hey, I'd call my brother Ted. Great. Well, what if you couldn't get Ted? Who would you call? And you press on this and get people's minds moving, working, and getting down to that now list, because you're going to get the greatest results from the now list. Now, I know some of you on this call are members of the NFL, and no friends left, right? No friends left, no family left. I get it. I get it. But I'm going to tell you something. With the help of the person working with you, you can begin to expose people you know and get very positive results. Number 5, commit to run the 3-step action plan immediately. Commit to run the 3-step action plan immediately. Now, what's the 3-step action plan? Listen, that's part of the system we teach. You know, Coach talked about a legacy, right? And I call it the legacy of leadership. What the founding fathers of this great industry did, you know, 60 years ago when the industry really was being born. And we follow down with it. It's really simple. It's not complex. It's the heart of the business. But if you learn to operate this system, and this is the process of what we do over and over. This is the action. Remember I said a little while, we get consistent daily action, right? CDA, this is the actions you're going to do. So what is the 3-step plan of action? It's 3 simple things. Ready? Number 1, contact. Number 2, send. Number 3, follow up. Contact, send, follow up. Who could do that? Anyone could do it. And I'm just gonna share. I'm just gonna fill in the bones a little bit of those 3 words: contact, send, follow up. So the first thing you do is you're gonna reach out and you're gonna contact somebody that you know. And they're simple scripts. Michael Rentz mentioned that. We can certainly put that into your hands of just how to talk to somebody real quick. And when you make that initial call, you don't want to be on the phone a long time, because you can, we call it throwing up on somebody, vomiting on somebody. You could say so much, you know, that the person is just overwhelmed or driven away or turned off or whatever. So you just say a little bit. You want to always use curiosity to spark a person's interest, but you contact. Okay. And by the way, these 3 steps, there's a time frame them. You want to get these complete 3 steps done in a 24 to 48 hour window, 24 to 48 hours. Because if you do that, you're going to be compressing and moving your business with speed and force forward. If you're taking 3 weeks to close a person, and listen, I know there's exceptions, stuff happens, but if you have in your mind, okay, I have a 24 to 48 hour window to get this 3-step process done, you will move your business faster. And speed builds velocity in your business. It builds force in your business. It builds momentum, which is velocity. So number 1, we contact. And we asked them, quite frankly, hey, are you open? After you go through your little 2-minute pitch, you said, hey, are you open for me to send you some information? Yes. Okay. So I send them a video. We have this video that we're using right now that goes over really the power of the product. It's about 7 minutes long. I know there's other videos the company is developing. I can't wait to have our hands on that. I think it's going to be powerfully dynamic. And so we send them the video. And of course, we said, I'm going to send you a video when we hang up. And can you watch that video? It's only 7 minutes long. Could you watch that video now? Or you set up time with them when they're actually going to watch it. So you sort of want to hold them accountable to watching it. Because some people will just say, yeah, they'll watch it, and 2 weeks later they still haven't watched it, right? So you want to sort of set up an appointment with them. How about if I give you a call back in 30 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever? When are you available? When we have time to watch this? Only 7 minutes, and I can talk with you. They'll say, well, 2 o'clock. Oh, okay, great. I'll call you at 2:15. We'll have a conversation. All right. So you're following up. There's a method in this that's important. You contact, you send, and then of course after you call them for the follow up, really what you want to just do in the follow up is, based on everything you've seen, do you have an interest in finding out more? And of course, they're not going to have the full, when they watch that video on the product, they're not going to know everything, but they're going to have a sense of the dynamic, the power, the quality of this product, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to get them on the phone with one of your upline leaders, one of your hierarchy leaders, and they're going to help you to get that person fully educated in answering their questions, whatever, and getting them to sign on the dotted line and get committed, either as a rep, an ISR, or as a customer. Okay, and you want this to become a machine. Contact, send, follow up with upline. You don't do it alone. Hey, listen, I may be capable of closing people alone. You may be too, but there's a power and dynamic of using the leader with you. And it teaches them, so see, they're watching this whole thing, even if it's just subconscious. They're seeing this contact, send, follow up with upline. They're seeing it. And as they're looking at it, they're saying, hey, I could do this. You want to make it so they understand they could do this. They could sign up right now in the business in 5 minutes and be doing this contact center follow-up. They don't have to know anything because the system is the expert, not them. And you want them to see this in play and working. And listen, the only secret in this is just running numbers. It's the only secret. You'll hear me talk about that all the time. And the only way people fail in this business is they don't talk to enough people. They don't expose it to enough people. They stop exposing, stop talking, or never begin. That's the only way you can fail here. If you commit to running numbers and then going through the simple 1, 2, 3 contact, send, follow, it's impossible to fail without a doubt. Number 6, this is important. It's called plug in to win. And this is the idea of you attending all events. And listen, it's so important that you do that because you don't want to see how far away you can dwell or be, right? You want to see how close you can be to the energy, to the power. Look, I love the events. Every time I listen to the Monday and Thursday call, guess what? I'm inspired. I'm built up again because don't be mistaken. The calls we do on Monday and Thursday are not just for the guests. The guests are important, but they're for you. They're there to resell the dream to you. That's what they're doing. They're reselling the dream to you. And that's the number one objective of those calls, by the way. The second is you learn how to sell the dream by listening to it over and over again. And then number 3, it's for the guest. Everything is covered in there. And of course, when we do team calls, worldwide dream team calls, webinars, whatever, you want to participate. You want to participate in calls and webinars and Zooms and any live event that's taking place, whether locally or regionally or nationally or internationally, as we grow into that. You want to plug in. Plugging in keeps you in power, keeps you energized, keeps your belief, keeps your strength. It's not, it's not what I would. It's not an option. It's really mandatory. You got to plug in. Now you decide whether you're going to plug it, but I will tell you this: that we listen to our boss, and my boss isn't Blaine Williams, though I love him, and I certainly submit to his and align with his leadership and all the way up there. But understand that your true boss is success, and success mandates things. Success demands things, and this is one thing success demands: that you plug in to all events and at every level, because that's going to keep you plugged in. And something so simple, you have a light in front of you, right? When it's plugged in, you turn it on, it's lit up. If you unplug it, there's no power. That's what people are like, maybe even more magnified than that. You want to teach people to come to the events because they are strengthened by it. They learn the culture by it. Their belief is increased. I can give you an hour training just on the importance of coming to an event. Number 7, really, really important in alignment with plugging in to win. You want to introduce each new member to hierarchy leaders. That's critical. And because it brings them in closer. Number 1, it brings them in closer. All right. Number 2, it's vision stretching. It's to be a feel good experience. The leader is really when you bring a person to meet the leader. Let's say you brought somebody in and you had a 3-way with Blaine. He helped you bring them in. Well, listen, you don't want to stop there. You want to get them up to meet Mike Dew and up to meet Michael Rentz, because you want them plugged in with the full energy. And of course, they make them feel good. They make you feel good. They edify you, in your leadership and what you're doing. And of course, they make the new person feel good, right? They help with the connection and the alignment with leadership. And it's empowering. You apply this to your business. Don't leave people, sort of out in the outskirts somewhere hanging. Get them into the center. Get them into where the leadership is, because the leaders and the center of gravity here, the events, that's glue. That keeps people glued in. You want to do that. You want to build that culture. Introduce all new members to the upline hierarchy. And it's important. You're building a relationship, right? This is a relationship building business. There's many aspects of this business, but the relationship is the ultimate glue, and you want to do that. Number 8, make an all-in. That's right, all-in 2 to 4 year success commitment. 2 to 4 years. Not 2 to 4 weeks, right? Not 2 to 4 months. 2 to 4 years. You want to come into this thinking like, hey, I'm going back to college. I'm going back to university, right? And you're gonna earn a degree here, right? And as a matter of fact, if you come back to MPG Xtreme University or college, guess what? We're going to graduate you in 2 to 4 years, and that depends on you. Some will do it in 2 years, some in 4, some even less than 2. But we're going to graduate you in 2 to 4 years with an MBA, a massive bank account. How does that sound? An MBA, a massive bank account. Hey, some of you will even get a PhD. You're going to have it piled high and deep, all that money. That's right, all that success. So, anyways, but you want to go back to college. You want to give it 2 to 4 years, and understand that success takes time. The building and maturing of your business takes time. You got to give yourself time for your efforts to compound. The great power of the model we have, the model we use, the network marketing model, multi-level marketing, whatever you want to call it. That model is the model of leverage, right? And compounding. But we're not, we're leveraging and compounding people. And that can make you wealthy. That can give you freedom. That can give you your dreams, whatever they are. That can give you your why, whatever they are. And one thing that Coach and I, we have a saying that we've always loved the day we heard it, but whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, until you get what you want. Whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, until you get what you want. And that's the attitude you got to carry. That's the commitment you got to carry to go on and get your dreams. Listen, I said this the other night at the call we did Tuesday night, that at the end of the day, this company is a vehicle. Hey, it's a great vehicle. It's got amazing leadership, right? Powerful leadership. It's established, right? You got a 20-year plus company behind us, right? We got a product that's got a proven track record it's the superior product in the marketplace. There is nothing like this fuel catalyst, nothing. Nothing compares to it. Listen, in my prospecting here for this business, I've come across a lot of people that are using other products. And listen, they're not working. They're not delivering the goods. This product delivers every time. We've got that silver bullet product. It's proven. It's powerful, right? We've got a comp plan that is brilliant. It is simple. It is brilliant. And they've said it so any person here with any desire at all can go on and achieve success. It's lucrative. You can make over $1 million a month here, right? I mean, really, that's pretty powerful. And so we've got a great tools, training, support system, and that's still being developed as we're going. But hey, this is an example of it. This call today, right? We've got all the right ingredients, and guess what? It's early on. Right, this isn't even ground floor yet. That's how early this is, and the opportunity is great. So whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, right, until you get what you want. We have something here that's fabulous, and you can win in it. And I want you to win in it. So listen, let's make a fresh commitment today to give our hearts to this business, to fall in love with it, let it go from our heads to our hearts, and let's go out and let's win big. Coach Blaine, I'm going to turn this back over to you.
All right. Great job, Mark.